You celebrate your life. Celebrate the good and the bad, the happy, the sad, the joy and the pain, the sun and the rain. Celebrate life. Celebrate your life with love.
Hello, 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 beloveds, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Daye, and it is a joy to greet you. Hey, Kevin, what's up, Vida? What's happening, everyone? What an amazing day today is. If you're anything like me, you're feeling super grateful to be awake, alert, and aware on this wonderful day. Janet Carroll, hey now, tuning in on YouTube. Thank you so much. I just want to let you folks know that, YouTube is the place and is the channel where you're going to find a lot of information and you're going to find repeats of the show and all kinds of things. But let me tell you a little bit about a spiritual remedy. A spiritual remedy is geared for people not only in recovery, but people who are ready to lay down their weapons of distraction, those things that distract us from living our full and our best life. And what I get a chance to do is I get a chance to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. Chinsia, hello. So glad that you're with us today as well. I am in Florida and I'm visiting with my parents, and I got to tell you that, one of the ways that I use spiritual principles is recognizing and knowing the life of spirit in, through, and as all things. And today in particular, I want to talk a little bit about Ernest Holmes. And for those of you who don't know who Ernest Holmes is, he is the writer of the book, The Science of Mind. And he's also the founder of a movement called Religious Science. And it is that place where religion and science actually prove themselves and they coexist. And I find so many good writings to live by from Ernest Holmes and Science of Mind and New Thought Philosophy. Hello, Jan Ford. So glad that you're joining us on Facebook. Thank you so very much. You know, one of the things that Ernest Holmes says that I really appreciate is this idea that emancipation from all discord is the ultimate goal of life. I don't know about you, but when I think about the ultimate goal and I think about freedom from discord, right? That sounds pretty sexy to me. Imagine not having discord at all with anything or anyone. And one of the things that I truly, truly appreciate is when things are in harmony. So if things are not in discord, what is harmony? What I want to know from you who are watching is, what is your ultimate goal in terms of like spiritual attainment? Where is it that you want to be as it relates to your recovery, your sobriety? Because the bottom line is, as we're letting go of these weapons of mass distraction, these things that distract us, what now? What? Like, okay, I laid down the drugs, the alcohol, right? Now what? What is the ultimate goal for you? Go ahead and take a moment in the chat and put it in the chat so that I have this understanding. Because for me, to live in harmony, right? If I am emancipated from all discord, to live in harmony with life in this symbiotic relationship is in fact kind of cool. Like I imagine myself being in the flow financially. I imagine myself being in the flow of my health. I imagine myself being in the flow of mental health. I imagine myself being in harmony with all of life. Therefore, there's no discord. There's no interruption. And when I take a look sometimes within, like one of the first steps in looking at if my life is in harmony is is taking a look at, where am I bumping into resistance? Thank you, thank you. Hey, Michelle. Good to have you with us. So glad that you're joining us today. Today, I'm asking Michelle, what is your ultimate goal? What is your ultimate goal of life now that you've laid down a weapon of distraction, something that distracted you? Chintzia says that her ultimate goal is daily peace and spiritual healing. I like that. I like that very, very much. And then Jan says peace of mind and to live in harmony with life. Right. And that's exactly the point. I love that you're both talking about peace and harmony. These are principles and qualities of spirit. These are principles and qualities that I too want to experience. So the idea then is, if that's the ultimate goal, what are the steps that I'm taking to achieve that, to feel that, to experience that, to express that? And you know, anything that is disruptive, anything that is not in alignment with that harmony, with that peace, with that love, with that joy, I want to be able to pinpoint it and to be able to eradicate it out of my life. Not just to be able to deal with it, but to remove it out of my life. So let's dive into a couple of things that we can do as a spiritual practice that would help to achieve us reaching this ultimate goal, right? Emancipation from discord, living in harmony, living in peace. So the first one is this awareness. We get to become aware, and it's by cultivating an awareness of this internal thought, internal behavior, our emotions. So every day, and maybe several times a day, take a few moments to reflect on your internal state and to ask yourself, am I at peace? Am I in harmony? Is there discord? Is there dis-ease? Right? And acknowledge those areas where I might be at war with myself, in my thoughts, in my mind, and where I might be having judgments about other people. Acknowledge that. And then begin to explore the root cause of that. Now, this is where practitioner work comes in. And if you don't have a spiritual guide, this is an opportunity to get with me or to get with someone that you trust who knows how to do this. Because sometimes as we become the gardeners of our own mind and of our own lives, we get to uproot some of these things. But sometimes there are deep hidden thoughts, root causes of our discord, of our angst, of our grief, of the war that we have in our own minds. So getting to the root cause of the disharmony by asking ourselves, what are the certain habits or thought patterns that persist, that keep us in this perpetual at war or disharmony or discord? And really being honest with ourselves about, how we judge others and how we might be, quite judgmental, even though we don't think that we are, but getting to that root cause. And, as a practitioner, as someone who loves that, Asante, I love you too, beloved. I love you too. Congratulations. I'm ready to see you in Nevada. I'm ready to see you there. So, and thank you, Michelle, for, yes, the hands up on these points. Getting to the root cause of our discomfort, of our dis-ease, the things that are keeping us from experiencing harmony and peace and love. Getting to that root cause is what is, in fact, so important. So right before I leave you today, because our time is almost up, I want to remind us that when you discover that, having the opportunity to give ourselves positive affirmations, to remind ourselves of the truth of who we are. One of the things that I love to teach is step one in our spiritual mind treatment. In treatment is that we recognize that there's a power and a presence and a life, and that this power and presence is life, and life is whole, perfect, and complete. That it is abundance, that it is peace, that it is joy, that it is harmony, that it is prosperity. It is all of these things. It is everything. And because it this power, this presence, this infinite intelligence created everything out of itself. That which is true about higher power, about source, about God, about infinite intelligence is true about me. So when I discover that root cause of what's keeping me from my harmony, I get to remember the spiritual truth about myself. I get to remember that I'm the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent, powerful way that life shows up, that spirit shows up, that higher power shows up in human form. And that as I remind myself of that as an affirmative practice, that then I can begin to just simply breathe into that and begin reminding myself that this is my truth, not the falsity. And then I begin to get into this place of gratitude and of love. And thank you, Jan, for saying living in acceptance that this is the truth of my life. And so, beloveds, thank you so much for tuning in today to this particular message about really our ultimate goal in life, Whether for you it's peace, living in harmony. For me, I use it from the other way, emancipation from discord, which then leads me to harmony. How am I living my life in a harmonious way? How am I being at peace? That all of this is really our steps in spiritual maturity, in moving forward and living our best life. I just want to remind you as well that beginning in March, in just a week and a half or so, I am doing the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and I have a twist on it in particular around people who are in recovery and laying down these weapons of mass distraction. And at the end of March, we're also having in Huntington Beach a gathering for those of you who are local. So please make sure you visit the website vidaslc.org for more information, to sign up for the group and the class, and to even reach me. If you want to reach me, I am making myself available to you, so we are not on this path alone. We have a learning community, a spiritual learning community, and that's what it's all about. Well, beloveds, that's all the time that I have for today. Know that you are loved, and until the next time, remember that you are love. Bye for now.
Thanks for tuning in to A Spiritual. The links in the description for prayer requests, to donate to Be That Spiritual Learning Center, and to join our mailing list. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And you can visit us at vidaslc.org for more information.